Hey everybody. Hey everybody. I know, I think so out. Okay. My teeth won't stand when I'm talking, so yeah. Okay, why the vampire teeth, you say? Well, the reason for the vampire teeth was basically because I want to talk about vampires. Specifically, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's supposed to be a reboot. So we learned from the end of Buffy. Spoiler alert if you have never seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer at all, which I don't know where you've been hiding if you haven't, but spoiler alert, at the end of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I'm pretty sure they're not going to include any of the comics. So it's going to pick off where it left off at season 7. End of the show, Sunnydale's gone, so they're going to have to go to a new town because, they destroyed Hellmouth. And they somehow released the Slayer powers where all potential Slayers could become Slayers. Including Dawn somehow is a potential Slayer, I think. Maybe? Possibly. Anyway, no, she's not, right? I don't remember. I haven't seen the show in a while. But here's my thoughts on this reboot. First of all, why do we have to have so many reboots? Actually, this is more like a continuation than a reboot. Actually. But seriously, do we really need all these nostalgic shows to go back? Why are we like, in general, why are we going back to shows that are 20 years old and bringing them back and not coming up with, I don't know, new ideas? Or just using the same old idea but with a different show. I mean, could have a vampire slaying show without it being necessarily connected to the Buffyverse. Also, personally, it's not going to have Josh Whedon in it, so it's going to probably suck. Because he was the mind of the Buffyverse. I'm just saying, without Josh, as all the producers and writers and directors and whatever, like everybody involved in it are females. Like girl power females. Like feminism females. So I think personally it hasn't happened. It hasn't been put on Netflix yet. But I think that what's going to happen is it's going to take away the stuff that original Buffy was all about and insert woke feminist politics. That's probably what's going to happen. I would not doubt that they're going to insert woke feminist political agenda and ideologies into their new Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I wouldn't doubt if they introduce lesbian vampire slayers and that they make the vampires masculine, toxic, male. Like they make the vampires in the movie or the show. Anyway, they're going to make them all probably toxic, toxic masculine people. It will not be a story of coming of age like Buffy was. It will not be a story about fighting evil like Buffy was. It will not be a story where you have good male role models like Giles was for Buffy, like that you have good development of great male characters. I don't care what you say about Xander. A lot of people hate him, and they claim that he's worst shit part of the show ever. But no, Xander has like seriously the most development of any character in the whole entire show is Xander, and he goes from being a loser boy to a heroic man. He goes all throughout that show. And if the show is set in a distant future-ish area, we're looking at Buffy. Basically, she is the matriarch of a whole group of Slayers, younger Slayers. And I would love to see Xander back as a guy who is literally in charge of a huge construction company that's like rebuilding all of Sunnydale. That would be super awesome. Like, seriously, that would be super awesome. Xander buys Sunnydale. They pave over the Hellmouth, which is gone, and he like, that would be cool. I like that idea. I like that idea. Xander is a construction slash realtor developer, and he's basically rebuilding all of Sunnydale. That'd be pretty cool. That's a cool move. But due to its, even though they destroyed the Hellmouth, due to its supernatural location, maybe vampires and whatnot are coming there, and he has to call Buffy and Buffy's friends, the Slayers, to come and pretty much stop vampires that are harassing his construction workers. And personally, that would be pretty cool. I think that would be cool. Xander is a big time Donald Trump-ish type character. I mean, real estate developer, construction guy. He's rebuilding Sunnydale because that's his homeland where he was born and raised and had all these fond memories of. And due to its supernatural drawing, these various different monsters and demons show up, and he has to have Buffy and the Slayers, as basically security for his thing while he's developing it. I think that would be pretty cool. That's what I would go with. But what they'll probably end up and giving us good male role models, like have some of the new families that are part of the construction crews have good father figures that are, hard workers that are working on the various different construction crews, because men are what build the world and men are what build the country. And that this community of construction workers and architects and designers and various different things that are rebuilding a whole entire city could be fathers and mothers and raising their families with traditional values and the like, right? Okay, so we got that going on. And it would be kind of neat if maybe, just maybe, since Angel is head of Wolfram and Hart, that, well, he's just CEO of the branch, that maybe, just maybe, we bring him back, or we bring some people from Wolfram and Hart back, and they're the ones that are like investing in this rebuilding of the Hellmouth, and they may or may not have a secret agenda or something going on. But it'd be pretty neat, pretty cool. Anyway, that's kind of how I would go with it. But what I think it's going to be is, I believe it's going to be a joke without Josh Whedon in it. And I know that supposedly Josh Whedon isn't going to be involved in that kind of stuff because of his toxic masculinity or whatever. Yeah. He likes girls. He likes young girls, and he likes skinny girls. He likes skinny, young, sexy girls. He puts them in all his TV shows and movies and whatnot. And yes, he likes them to be strong and powerful. So what? And yes, he makes them girls. He makes them weak. He makes them vulnerable emotionally, because that's true. That's what girls are. He makes them all have to rely on father figures, because he knows that women need good male father role models. So what if he is a little toxic? He's got an awesome mind and brain, and if you watch Buffy and you watch Angel, you will see that he had literally a plan the whole entire time. If you watch any of his shows, you realize he has literally a plan the whole entire time, and the show could have continued going because he had a plan. Matter of fact, the show did continue going, and he was part of the development of that in the comics. So he had a plan. There are episodes from season 1 that allure to stuff that's going to happen seasons later. And that's true with all his shows. So he has a plan. He tries to keep stuff in continuity and other type of order. He literally has a plan, and when he's making his shows, he has a plan upon plan ahead. It's multiple branches. Dude's like Stephen King, okay? And there is a theory that the Whedonverse, all his shows are connected to each other. And it's not too far-fetched of a theory if you look into it. But still, dude has a plan. You're going to kick him out of his own show that he created, developed, and pitched, and actually put his own heart, blood, soul, sweat, tears, and blood and everything in, right? Put his own heart in, just because feminism's toxic masculinity BS. Yeah, and now you're going to put in a bunch of woke women, Hollywood, feminist, elites. Yeah, the show's going to suck. Because it's going to be woke, and it's going to go broke. And it's on Netflix. It's going to be on Netflix exclusives. Which Netflix has already got a bunch of sucky stuff that they've done there with a bunch of woke joke stuff. But still, yeah. So that's what it's going to be. Gotcha. So what it's going to end up being is a bunch of woke feminist propaganda BS, and I'm going to laugh when people, the critics, start watching it and go, "What is this garbage?" I'm seriously, I'm going to start laughing, because when it finally does come out, people are going to watch it and be like, "What is this garbage?" It looks like it's going to have some backing by Disney Plus, or Disney, or something too, right? So yeah, and you know Disney's been coming out with woke joke garbage. They've been implementing it in the Marvel movies. Woke joke. And yeah, it's going to have part of Sand Dollar Entertainment is going to be still involved, which is Dolly Parton's company. Well, Dolly Parton she's a woke liberal feminist too. So yeah, she's not conservative or country, not anymore. Not like, nope. So yeah. I mean, will the show even have any men in it? Probably. What will those men be? There will probably, all the vampires will probably be all toxic men, masculinity guys that are all vampires. That's probably what's going to happen. And it's going to be basically a battle of the sexes, because all the vampires are going to be toxic men, and all the slayers are going to be females at an all-girl school, and there's going to be some lesbianism junk involved, and maybe they'll have a transgender slayer or some crazy crap like that. And it'll be a bunch of toxic men demons, and toxic men vampires, and toxic men this, and toxic men that are threatening the town or city or whatever, and freaking the slayers have to kill them all. The new slayers. Please. Please. Anyway, that's my thoughts on this new Buffy the Vampire Slayer. When we a reboot exactly, because it's still going to have Buffy in it. So I'm thinking it's going to be it's not a reboot, not per se, but it's more like a sequel. Yeah. Guess it's going to be a sequel. Buffy the Vampire Slayer sequel. Yeah. Anyway, remember, guys, good all the time, guys, good. Keep on gaming. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Jesus loves you, Jesus God, Jesus Lord, Jesus King. Jesus is ruler of everything. Like, comment, subscribe, share. What do you think about this new Buffy show, movie, Netflix, sequel, reboot, whatever you want to call it? Comment down below. I seriously still think he's going to be woke. I think he's going to be woke and a joke. And also, again, why are we bringing back stuff like nostalgia? Why are we bringing back nostalgia stuff that's from ended 20 years ago? People has Hollywood, and then making it woke, not even catering to the original people. I mean, if you're going to bring stuff back, stick to the same stuff. Don't make it modernized. Don't make it wokish. Don't do any of that. Just make it like it was. Which you can't do if you ain't got Josh. Can't do it if you ain't got Whedon. Anyway. Just saying. Yep. Anyway, have a great day.